So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can go from this to this. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Johnson Skiff Adventures. Today, we're going to be using 3 simple items to totally change the look and feel of our boat steering wheel. We're using some simple paracord. I just have black color here. Any color you want, you can use. You'll need a lighter and some kind of knife or scissors. And that's it, and some time, of course. So there's a lot of different techniques and different knots you can do to create a finished look on this wheel. For me today, all we're going to be doing is a pretty simple over-under technique. I think it creates a nice knot line, looks really nice and professional, and it's pretty simple to do once you get started. So let's go ahead, I'll show you from start to finish how this works. Let's get into it. So you're going to start by getting your paracord, find your loose end, and you're just going to make a simple loop like this, just pretty straightforward, and we're going to set that right on top of our steering wheel to do our first loop. So you got your loop, you're going to place that over the top of your steering wheel. Starting next to a spoke is the easiest way to do it, to get it nice and tight. So you got your loop, you're going to pass your paracord up through the bottom of that loop under your steering wheel, pull that tight, and it doesn't look like much yet, but you should get something that looks kind of like this knot here. And then you're just going to make sure that you keep this as tight as you can and close to the spoke. So tighten that up, cinch it up. And then you're going to do an alternating pattern. Since we went under the steering wheel that time, we're going to go over the steering wheel. So we'll go make a loop underneath. And then we'll go through with our paracord. And this first part is definitely the hardest because you just got to be able to hold all these tag ends as you're doing this. So we went under. You kind of have to adjust these knots in the beginning stages so that they're going to line up correctly. So just pulling some slack where you need it to reposition your knot. Like so. And then we just repeat that process all the way around. We'll go over, under. Just remember where you are in the process so that you don't skip a step and do 2 of the same knot. So after I got my first wraps, it looks like this. Nothing really pretty yet, but just making sure everything's tight. I went under, over so far. We'll just keep doing this process, and as you go, just making sure everything's nice and tight and your knots are going to line up as you go. So let's crank out a couple more here and see how this starts looking. We'll go under, cinching everything up nice and tight as you go. So now we're going to go over, and again you just create a loop there, go over the steering wheel, cinch it tight. And then we'll do under. Gotta fix my other knot, hold on. And as you're going, you can kind of make sure these are all lining up, position it a little bit as you're moving to make sure they're all in line with how you want them as you're tightening them down. Definitely the hardest thing, it seems like, is just remembering if you have to stop and adjust where you are, adjust your knots, remembering where you were in the process. So last I went under, so I'm going to go over this time. Got a couple more wraps till we get to the end of this spoke. You could technically stop, cut it, burn it, you know, seal it, and then start over. Or you can just keep going and it just leaves a little piece of string on the outside. I think it looks totally fine, as long as you have enough paracord. Yeah, that fits in there pretty good actually. Now we'll just do our next sequence on the other side of this knob or spoke, wherever you're at in the process. And when you're done, it'll look pretty clean. So at this point we have one full wrap done, or one full section of the steering wheel. I think it's looking really nice. Time to keep going. Alright, well, we got 2 sections done, and unfortunately I don't have enough on this spool of paracord. I've miscalculated how much I need. This was a 50 foot of paracord. Apparently I should have got 75 or 100, so I'm just gonna stop it here and just restart to finish this one. I might get a new cord and redo the whole thing down the road as one piece, but I think it'll be fine to have it just stop here, burn this edge over, and then restart. So I'm gonna do the restart, and then I'll show you how to finish off these edges with the lighter and cutting them when we're all the way wrapped up. So be right back. Alright, well, we got it all wrapped. It's looking pretty nice. I just gotta cut my tag ends and burn them and seal them down, and then we'll be good to go. Finished product. Alright, so for this, we're just gonna trim it not too short, because we're gonna burn this and kind of fold it over on itself to seal it. We'll put some heat on it and kind of fold it back this way. I found that this torch style lighter seems to be my favorite. It heats up real quick, and we can kind of melt that back onto itself like that. So it's melted on there. Should be good to go. Now I'm just gonna fix the other ends, and then I'll show you the whole finished product once it's done. All right, well, here's the finished product. I think it turned out pretty good. Little DIY steering wheel wrap. Pretty much anyone could do it. Just takes a little time, little patience. Once you learn the groove of the over, under, it happens pretty quick. You just kind of power through. I think it looks pretty sweet. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below. All the interaction on the channel helps a ton for trying to grow this thing. I'm stoked about the way this turned out. Real nice grip. When I was out on the water before, when your hands are wet, this feels a little slippery, so this is going to be a nice addition to the old steering wheel. looks pretty sharp, and we'll see how long it lasts. I'll let you guys know, keep you updated. Also, comment down below if you've ever done something like this on your boat. How'd it turn out for you? Not sure if you can see it, but I got a little blister on my finger. Would recommend wearing gloves. Definitely took some toll on my finger and my other finger as well. Got tore up a little bit just from dealing with that, tightening those knots. So be smarter than me and wear gloves. I love you all. Until next time, huh? Peace.